Hey lovies, thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome. And for those of you that's been rocking with me for some time now, thank you, thank you, thank you. Before I get into showing you ladies these videos, let me just say all credit belongs to the original content creator of these videos. I'm going to give my commentary after them. So I hope you enjoy, and here go the first video.
Painful braids.
Ẹ̀pẹ̀lẹ́ òbí fèsì ń ṣe jáde bóyá pupa. Ẹ ṣe sùúrù ẹ̀pẹ̀lẹ́.
Okay, so as you can see from this video right here, this lady went to get her hair braided, and it looks as if they just finished braiding her hair and they're now in the process of trying to style her hair. The lady is in excruciating pain because obviously the braids are super tight. Okay, now when I first looked at this video, my first mind went to the braiders, and I'm like, why are they doing this to her? But at the end of the day, you have to look at the person in the chair, and you have to ask yourself, why is she letting them do that to her? Okay, because people will only do to you what you allow them to do to you. So she went to get her hair braided. She chose to get this style. She chose to get this color. She chose to get this size of braids, and she also chose to get the length or whatever she got done, right? Now, for her to have chosen to get these teeny tiny micro braids that don't even look like braids is asking for scalp issues, it's asking for hair loss, it's asking for breakage, it's asking for traction alopecia, it's asking for weak roots and follicles, and it's also asking for you to have scalp problems down the line. And I don't even know if I even said that one already, but yeah, so she's in pain. Now, from the moment that they put the first braid in her hair, she should have known that the braids was going to be too tight. And I see this so often that people will go, they get their hair braided, the braids are super tight, but they won't let the braider know that the braids is tight. By you getting braids this small put in your hair, honestly, it don't even look like she has braids. And you can see one of the braiders are actually trying to comb it with a comb because I guess some of the hair is loose, so they're trying to like put it in a ponytail. But before she tells them, like, this is hurting me, it's too tight, I would advise you, I don't want to style it, I'd rather leave it down for now. She's letting them try to style her hair. And then she's sitting there in all of this pain. So, I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. But this is only going to cause problems down the line for her. Okay? It's really going to cause problems down the line. She's going to lose hair. You have to only imagine the size of hair that they had to have taken in order to do the braid, right? It had to have been like 2 or 3 strands of her hair. Now, I don't know if she has a full head of hair. I don't know if her hair is long, if she's relaxed, if she's natural. I don't know the state of her hair before they put the braids in her hair. But they had to have taken a teeny tiny piece of strand of hair of her real hair to actually put the extension on, to actually go ahead and braid. So, when it's time for her to take those braids down, and Lord have mercy, when she get ready to take those braids down, who's going to help her take those braids down? That's the question, right? But when she gets ready to take out those braids, she's going to lose her hair. She's really going to lose her hair. And during the time of her having these braids in, I don't know how long she's going to keep the braids in, but when it's time for her to actually take the braids out, she's probably going to just be, before she even takes the braids out, there's probably going to be like pieces of hair here and there and everywhere when she's showering and stuff like that, because I know as time goes on, she's going to be styling her hair and doing different things to her hair. And like I said, the hair that the extension is holding onto is so fragile and so fine that it's just going to come right up out her roots because of the tightness of the braids when she first got them installed. Okay, all of that is just going to weaken her hair. Okay, and it's going to cause her to have a scalp condition, inflamed scalp, irritated scalp. I mean, it's going to cause problems, okay? Similar to this.
Hold still. Girl, beauty is pain. Pain, This is a whole headache. I swear I can feel my thoughts tightening up. Look, you said you wanted to look snatched. Well, snatch means snatched. Snatch? My forehead's about to be in a different zip code. You'll thank me later when people can see that bone structure from across the street. Right, but can they see it from here? Cause I'm seeing stars. All right, diva.
Okay, so now, y'all see this video right here? This young lady, this is what an inflamed scalp looks like. This is what an irritated scalp looks like. This is what a red, swollen scalp looks like. Okay. Now, I don't know in what world of braiding that any stylist or braider would braid somebody hair this tight, and then when they're done, look at their work and honestly say, this is good. This is good. I did my thing today on this girl's head. Her hair is too tight. Skin tight for that matter. There's not a strand of hair left out on this girl's head. And then when you look at her, she looks like a young girl. She looks like she wasn't in any pain. I don't know if she's accustomed to getting her hair braided this tight, but it doesn't look like she was crying. Her eyes don't look red or swollen or puffy, like, you know, she was having a hard time during the braiding process. Maybe she was, I don't know, I wasn't there. But in my opinion, it don't look like she was, you know, having any issues with the braider braiding her hair. This is not good. This is not good for the scalp. This is not good for scalp health. It's not good for hair health. Okay, and what this is going to cause, like I said in the previous video, is traction alopecia. And it's really hard to come back from traction alopecia. It really is. Once you start ripping your hair from the roots and the follicles is all damaged and the tension and the pulling and the all of that goes on with the scalp, it's hard for you to regrow your hair back. You have to go and get a hair transplant or steroid injections and all of that to really try to wake up those hair follicles and get them active again. So her doing this to her scalp is really going to cause damage in the future and somewhere down the line. I can't. I used to go get my hair braided years ago, and I used to go to one of my African sisters named Fatu, and Fatu would braid my hair. I would pick the size braids. I would pick the style. I would pick, you know, how I wanted it done. And one thing about me is I never like when they have 2 or 3 and 4 people braiding your hair. I don't like that. I don't like that. And when I would go to Fatu, I would always tell her, you know, I'd just rather you do my hair. She already knew because I was going to her. Me, my mother, my sister was going to her every single month to get our hair braided. And she already knew. You know, depending on the style we wanted and stuff, sometimes she would ask her sister to come in and braid or her cousin to help out and stuff like that. I would always tell her, if I don't have all day to get my hair braided by you and you alone, then I just won't come get my hair braided. Because having 2 and 3 people on your hair, you have people who braid differently. You know, everybody braids different. You have some who braid tight, some who don't braid so tight. You have, you know, it's just a whole bunch of factors that go into that. And I feel like if the sister's over here and the aunt is over here and the cousin is over here, if something was to happen to my hair down the line, who am I going to go to? I can't say, oh, your cousin messed up this side of my hair. No, I want to have one person to address whenever an issue arrives. God forbid, you know. So having 3 or 4 people on the head is not good. And for this young lady to be as young as she is, I don't know how old she is, but she looks very young. For her to have her whole life ahead of her, it's like she's damaging her hair so early on, you know. So I don't know. I really don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section about this. Have y'all ever experienced this before? And what this is going to cause is like little bumps all over her hair. I really don't know how these ladies are going to sleep at night. I don't. How can she lay her head down on a pillow and not be in excruciating pain from having her hair so tight? Okay. If she ends up like this lady right here, okay, so now I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, now this lady right here, obviously, she's in so much pain, y'all, that she had to get a cold rag and put it on her head. A cold rag to put on her head. When I first saw this video and I showed this video to my husband, y'all, the first thing he said, oh, what happened? What, she's having a baby? I just had to laugh. I was like, no, she's not having a baby. Her hair is super tight. She just got her hair done and she's in pain. And he just shook his head. He's just like, why do y'all women do that to yourself? And I'm like, well, you can't ask me why do, women do this to themselves. Everybody is different. She chose to get her hair braided. She chose to have the braider braid her hair so tight to the point of her having to be at home moaning and groaning and having to put a coat rag on her head. Okay. If I had to pop a Motrin, take a Tylenol, pop a Percocet just to sleep at night, I'll pass. I will pass. It's a hard pass for me. Check, please.
Girl, bye.
No. Why would you want to get your hair braided to the point of you having to put a rag on your head because it's so swollen, or it's so, it hurts so bad, or cold compress on your head? That's extremely too tight. That's extremely too tight. Or even going to the extent of doing this.
No, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed.
When the braids hurt and you don't care anymore. Who don't care no more? Cause who doing this? Girl, y'all out here losing y'all minds. This girl cutting everything from the root. I don't care how much my braids hurt. I'm taking them out one by one. Nah, let me stop, because something gotta be wrong here. Cause this not normal.
Now, if you have to go to the extent of cutting the baby hairs or cutting out some of the strands of your hair just so the braid can be loose, that's how you know you should just take them out. Just take them out. If you have to go to the furthest extent of cutting out your braids because you can't tolerate it no more and it's just too tight, that's just ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. If I had to cut my hair to take out braids the day after I got them done, or a week or two after I got them done because they're too tight, that's crazy. That's insanity. That's insanity. And like I said, it's just damaging your hair and damaging your scalp. The whole point of a protective style is to protect your hair. It's to have low manipulation. It's to keep your hands out of your hair. It's to hopefully retain some length. It's to promote growth, just to be free of having to do your hair. It's not for you to lose hair in the process. It's not what a protective style is for. So if you have to put in some braids and then end up cutting the braids out just to find some relief, it's mind-blowing. It really is mind-blowing. And unnecessary, if you ask me. Just don't get your hair braided. Or a solution to the problem would be get bigger braids. Get bigger jumbo braids put in your hair. So you won't have to have such fine hair taken to braid your hair. There'll be less tension and less manipulation on the hair. There's other ways around it. Or don't braid your hair at all, or braid your own hair. And like I said, all of that causes scalp issues. All of that causes traction alopecia, bumps, inflammation, redness of scalp, and an infected scalp, sores. After you take the braids out, you have scabs, you have sores in your head. Why would you want that? Why would you want that? That's not doing anything good for your hair. But who am I? Don't listen to me. I'm not a cosmetologist. I just come on here and give hair care tips and basically share with you guys what's been working for me over the years and what I do to my hair and my daughter's hair to help their hair grow. Don't take my word for it. Maybe you listen to this lady.
Signs that your hair is braided too tightly. You're in pain, a lot of pain. You notice little bumps and bleeding on the scalp. Oh, and you're in pain. Tight braids can cause damage to the scalp and can even cause traction alopecia.
Okay, so she pretty much said everything that I've been saying. Is not healthy for your scalp. It's not healthy for your hair to have your braids put in so tight. And if you're at a braider and they're braiding your hair tight, please speak up. Advocate for yourself. Let them know this is too tight. This hurts. It's bothering me. You know your hair better than anybody else. You know your pain tolerance better than anybody else. So you have to let the braider know that the braids is too tight, they're too small. I asked for this size, I want this size. Maybe you should go up in size. I feel like, this is really gonna damage my hair in the long run. You have to speak up. But that's all I have for you today. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Have you ever had to take your braids out right after getting it done because it was too tight? You couldn't sleep at night. You had to pop a Percocet or a Motrin or something to really get through it all. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this video. And just weigh in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. That's my opinion. That's my take on it. Thank you for watching. And I love you with the love of Christ.